Hey guys, Colin here, and I'm back again after a long hiatus. Um I just noticed the other day when I got a text from Carm that I haven't had a video up again in like 4 months, and I think in that last video I said that I would try to make videos more often, and I'm sorry to say that didn't happen. And I really don't have an excuse except for, I just been living life and been busy quite a bit, and I just came back on here today to show you a couple items that I got and kind of tell you a little bit about what I've been doing. Um, and let's just jump right into it. I'll show you some these extended play LEP 45-ish type records that I picked up today at the antique mall. We still go down there every week, and I usually get one or two things most of the time. And I actually have a lot of stuff to show you, but I'm just showing I got 4 months worth of stuff I could be showing you, but I'm just showing you a few things that I picked up today. Um, and what is this Julie London Lonely Girl? Now this has four tunes on it. Don't take your love from me, where or when. It's the talk of the town, and what'll I do? Now, I really love Julie London's voice. She has a really kind of a deep, smoky sound to her singing, and that's what I really like about her. And she wasn't that bad of a looker either back in those days. It's pretty cool record. I'm lacking in my video taking and talking experience these days. Anyways, here's another one. Julie is her name. Um, this also has four tunes on it. I Should Care, Easy Street, I'm Glad There Is You, and Gone with the Wind. I'm not sure if that's from the movie or what. I haven't listened to any of these yet. I'll probably be listening to these after I do this video here. These are all in pretty good shape. Sometime back in the day, they were $1.49, but these were $5 each when I bought them, and they're on a Liberty Records. And as you can tell, there's four songs or two songs on each side. And I've actually never seen any of these Julie London records that are like this. I usually just see the whole albums themselves. They're in this kind of a cardboard sleeve with a sort of a shiny uh, coating over them that's really thick, and it's protected them pretty good over the years. And the last little LEP I have is I've never seen any of this guy's records, even though I've seen one of his movies, which was Rebel Without a Cause. Not his movie, actually. Rebel Without a Cause is famous for James Dean being in it, and that's Sal Sings. This is Sal Mineo, Mineo, I believe that's how his name's pronounced. Um, and I think the reason why I haven't seen much about him is that he had a really short life. I believe he was in some sort of altercation and was murdered or stabbed or something. Well, both of those young in his life, and he didn't really have a chance to do too much. And I've never heard any of his singing or anything. Actually, I didn't even know he made records. I thought he was just in a few movies over the years. The tunes on this are there's four on this also. Too Young, Start Moving, Baby Face, and Little Pigeon on a epic yellow label there. Two songs on each side. Um, but yeah, there you go. Sal Mineo. Next here, I have a Life magazine. Most of you know who've watched my videos over the years. I like old magazines and just all kinds of uh, old stuff like you see sitting around back here. And I got this Life magazine with Johnny Cash, the rough and cut king of country music. This issue came out in 1969. I haven't read this yet either, but I kind of flipped through it, and mostly I like looking at the old advertisements in these. It always brings back memories, and also I get a kick out of some of them. Um, I have one marked here. I was going to show you, and that's this advertisement. It's a vehicle advertisement for Ford cars. As you can see at the top there's a Maverick, and on the bottom there's a Ford Torino. And I was kind of surprised to see those two together because I've had both of these cars at some points in my life over the years. I had a pumpkin orange Maverick for a while. And it was a three shifter on the tree, and then I had a green Torino, a 1970 Torino. It was a four-door, and it had those flip-up lights. It was kind of cool in the front. That's one I wish I would have kept, but I just, at the time, I wasn't working. This is a long time ago. I wasn't working. I didn't have money for the upkeep and gas and tags and insurance and all that kind of stuff. So I sold it, and I sold it for $100. And in my mind now, I'm like, why did I do that? I should have kept it. Anyways, that's that magazine. I'm trying to keep this short, so I'm going right to a different portion here where I used to show games. This is a game called Hnefatafl, a Viking game, and it's probably been in one form or another for a couple thousand years. Now it's kind of obscure. Nobody really knows about it except for me. I'm probably the only one anyway. But it's called Hnefatafl, a Viking game, and it's similar to chess, but then it's not. It's a kind of a mixture of chess and checkers, and we'll move on with that. And the reason I showed you that is earthquakes. The reason I showed you that is that the last several months, I guess, I've been making my own games. And here's one that I just finished recently. This is the box for it. It's got kind of a Celtic symbol on there, and I actually took a torch to this to burn in these I just basically burned the box to give it this kind of design on there, and it opens up right here. That's the inside, and I put some felt on the bottom. But I made my own version of another Toffel game, which is called Brandob. It's a relative of Hnefatafl. This one's probably 1,500 years old in its origins. Hnefatafl's the original one, and it kind of spread across Europe, I guess, all those years ago. And as it reached different countries and things, it kind of changed its versions. And it got kind of lost after chess came in. Everybody quit playing the Toffel games. But anyway, here's my board for that. And this Brandob Hnefatafl is on a 7x7 grid like this. And I burned this with a wood burner onto some leather here. And I kind of made my own design on the back. It's supposed to be a raven because the Brandob is supposed to mean black raven. So I kind of burned sort of a native symbol onto that. And that's the board, and it folds up and goes into this little box. And I also made my own playing pieces, and I just finished those. They're made out of wood. I've been doing some power wood carving, it's called. And these are the playing pieces right here. Here's just one of them. This is the king from my little set. I don't know if you can see him. I carved his little face out there. And here's his crown. Um, and it's kind of the object of the game is to for this guy either to escape to one of the four corners in the game or the attacking force to capture him. And he has four little helpers, or his side of the team has four little players, and this is one of the pieces I carved, one of the first ones. They kind of came out looking like little owls or little tiki characters, but it's my first set, and I'm pretty proud of how these guys came out. And here's the attacking side has more soldiers, and here these guys. I made them a little darker so you can distinguish them apart. Each one of these took about 30 minutes a piece to carve out, but it took longer to get them sanded and stained and get them ready for playing and whatnot. Um, and I finished making that, and I started on another. This is the first guy from another set that I'm building. Right now, I'm not selling them or anything. I'm making them kind of just to keep me occupied and gets interesting for me. And here's a new one I started. I'm giving him all. I don't know if you can tell from the lighting in here, but they all have a face on them, kind of similar to the king. It's a bit more human-like than the tiki characters, and instead of a helmet, they all have what I tried to make it kind of look like the chainmail helmets that they would wear back in those days. And they're all going to look like this on my next set. This one's fresh off the carving thing tonight. And I got those take about an hour a piece to do, so it'd probably take me about a week to finish a set if I work hour or two a night after work. And that's my video for tonight. I want to make a whole I've actually made about 5 different games right now, and I want to make a video where I just talk about those. I also made a couple of my own sets of the Egyptian game called Senate, and I'll talk about them in another video. And lastly, I've been seeing about this people going crazy over this adult content thing, and people are taking down their channels left and right and all kinds of stuff. I think if you just press the button that says all of your videos are not suitable for children, in other words, just for adults, you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about all that stuff unless you're one of these people that's monetizing your videos and you're making billions of dollars off of YouTube. Otherwise, I don't think you should really worry about it. And if it is something to worry about, then so be it. You know, if we die, we die. that kind of thought into the process. But anyway, Colin, over and out, and weirdos unite.